I'm Teresa Dotson, registered dietitian, and I'm here to show you a great idea to use up some of the things that you may have in your pantry to make a healthy breakfast treat or a snack idea for your family. This is called Chewy fruit and oatmeal bars. The recipe will also be on the website. So I love this recipe because it has several ingredients which I think of as superfoods. We use whole grain oats, which add fiber. And if you're watching your carbs, you can cut down some of the sugar by using Splenda, which is a baking alternative to some of the carbs. And one of my favorite ingredients for sweeteners is molasses, because molasses actually is a great source of iron and calcium, which is lacking in a lot of kids' diets. So when we think of brown sugar, and if a recipe calls for brown sugar and you don't happen to have brown sugar, you can just use white sugar or Splenda and add some molasses, which is the same thing. And again, you're getting the benefit of the nutrition from the molasses. Another great flavoring that I keep on hand is pumpkin pie spice, which is a blend of cinnamon, allspice, and ginger. And it gives that flavor and that delicious smell. You can even put some in your coffee, and you're getting the flavor without any added calories or fat. So the basic recipe is 3 cups of the whole grain oats, 1.5 cups of flour, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, whether it's brown sugar or Splenda and the molasses combination. And then you add 2 eggs, and now we know that eggs are fine. Go ahead and use the whole egg, that there's nutritional value in the yolk as well as the white part of it. And if you're looking to decrease the amount of fat in the recipe, you can use unsweetened applesauce as in place of some of the added butter or fat or vegetable oil. And I buy them in these little tiny to-go containers because it's 1/2 cup, so you have it on hand for baking. And then you can add in whatever additional add-ins that you'd like, whether you want to add some nuts to give it some extra fiber and crunch, or my favorite is always to add in a dried fruit. So if you have raisins, and this is a great idea to use up some of those raisins that may be in the pantry that are not so fresh anymore, that may be a little bit hard, you can use them up in the baking recipe. Or you could use dried cherries or dried cranberries. And actually craisins now come with reduced sugar as well. And the liquid ingredient that really holds it all together is plain non-fat yogurt. Again, a great superfood. It has 14 grams of protein, no added sugar, and depending on what kind you get, fat-free or full fat, it also can decrease the amount of fat and calories in your diet. Gives you a source of calcium. In this, I use a spoonful of cocoa, again, to give it that richness and the homemade flavor. And the advantage to having cocoa is that you are getting the flavor of the chocolate, but not the extra calories from the fat and the sugar that you would get. So put a spoonful of cocoa in there as well to add some flavor. Once you have all the ingredients all mixed up in your bowl, I recommend using parchment paper in your baking dish. And this way, once it bakes in the oven, you can just pull the whole thing out and set it on your counter in order to slice it to whatever serving size that you would like to have to serve your family. This freezes great, so you can cut them up, put them in the freezer, so your family can take them as they want for a snack or for a healthy on-the-go breakfast choice. Thank you. Again, it's Teresa Dotson. I'm a registered dietitian.